Hi, Lori. I wanted to dig a little deeper talk about that other time where you had to really dig deep and be brave.
I think you're talking about once I was 22 years old, very new into sales. And I remember the date, December 10th, 10 o'clock a.m. It was cold, but it was sunny. And I was with a new supplier going to make a sales call. And I had been to this building before. It was on Ashley and Kinsey, which is a really bad neighborhood. There's a brick wall, like 7 feet up, for the L tracks on one side. The building was here, a loading dock, and then one door to go into the back where the labs were. So I normally park in front of that door, and there was cars there. So I couldn't park anywhere. Here's the loading dock, so I had to park over here. There's a trailer bed and a trailer bed. Perfectly hidden car. So I get out of the car with my supplier, and I'm looking at my notes to make sure I could pronounce the purchasing agent's name.
Yes.
Like it's a new guy I'm meeting.
With your printed out MapQuest in here.
With my printed out MapQuest, there's no phones. So we see this guy dressed in gray. He had a gray cap on, gray suit, looked like a worker coming out of the loading dock area. And so I'm not paying attention. I'm looking down. And he comes with John, follows John, my supplier, and he tells John to empty his pockets, and he points a gun at him. Then he's got a gun pointed at me.
Oh, my
He
God.
went around to the trunk, and he said, start the car and empty your pockets, or I'm going to shoot the man that you're with. And John just looked at me like, oh, my God, do whatever. Please just do whatever he says. So I opened the car doors, and now I'm like, I don't think I can get my wedding ring off. I'm like, I know that they might cut my finger, so I turned it. I've got my hands in my pockets, and he's counting the money. And I didn't have any money. I had gum wrappers and receipts and maybe $10. And John had $100, thank God, because he was nervous, this man with the gun.
Okay.
And so he wanted cash. He made us walk to the brick wall in front of us and turn our backs.
Uh-huh.
And I prayed that I would be okay. I thought he was going to shoot us. I was like bracing myself, and John wouldn't look at the wall. He was looking at the guy. I go, I can't believe you're going to watch. I can't believe you're going to watch. I said to him, I'm holding onto his arm, and took the car away. Now I know in my heart and in my soul and in every fiber of me, if that man with the gun would have asked me to get in the trunk, if he would have asked me to get in the back seat, if he would have asked me to drive, if he would have asked me to do summers, I would have done anything he said.
Right.
And if I would have gotten in that car, I know I would be dead.
Do you think John, looking at him, you know how you said you face the wall and you're like, you're going to watch this man shoot?
Right.
Intimidated the man with the gun, or was there anything to that? To him
So I
turning
asked him, I go,
around?
wouldn't you turn your back? Because he was mad that you didn't turn your back. And he said he was hit over the head with a beer bottle once when he was walking down a sidewalk, and he would never turn his back on anybody that's trying. If you're going to shoot me, you're going to look me in the eye.
Wow.
So
That's brave. Wow.
Right. And this is a story I tell all young girls. Never get in the car because the city police, they're like only very, very, very low percentage of women are found from being abducted in a car. And
So your chances are better fighting
them, whatever you need to do. So I get a phone call from my niece, and she's like, Auntie Lori, you just saved my life.
Wow.
Several years later. And she said, I was walking out of the mall. Now, it happens a lot in the mall and the grocery store. So I would never go at dark shopping after that incident. I do now, but I didn't then.
Yeah.
And she said, he came up to her and said, give me your purse. And she goes, I'm not giving you my purse. My Auntie Lori gave me that purse. Thank God that she was wearing the purse I gave her. And she remembered the story, threw it at him, ran inside, got a security guard. They came back. They found the guy with ropes and knives and her purse in the back.
Wow.
And she changed her whole career path. She was in college. She's now a prosecutor.
That is so cool.
So I love sharing that story. And thank you for bringing that up, because I think it's always good to be reminded to be aware of your surroundings.
Yes.
And to try to be as safe as you can.
We were just talking about that in another conversation of, I love Chicago. I love the city. And I've never really been a city girl, like never lived in the city. I always grew up in the suburbs, but I've always just, it feels like a different world when I'm down here. But I am naively, I always feel safe. You know, not always, but, you know, like here
Always
and
look
walking.
around you, see
And that's
who's
what
following you.
that's what my friends that are more city, you know, smart would say. It's like you always just have to be aware. It's not like you have to be over
No.
crazy about it. Just be aware.
of your surroundings.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think we should play a little game. So I have these cards.
No fun.
And I'm going to have you pick one. And we can see, like, you know, how well we know each other. What'll surprise us. So,
I get to ask you questions too?
yeah, you do. You next.
Okay.
It's not an angel card.
All right. A risk I took that changed my life. Well, you can answer that.
Getting divorced and remarried might be one.
Yeah.
Look at, I knew her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
I wouldn't have Gracie and learned about philanthropy and have this most wonderful, amazing man by my side. So, yeah.
Yep. That was a big risk.
Yeah.
Worth it. Okay, here, I'll pick one. I don't have my glasses on. A story about me I hope my kids will tell. I don't know why I'm laughing because I'm thinking all they do is make fun of me. Like the stories they
No.
tell are like.
How about the lake?
So when I was up for EY, that one kind of comes to mind, and they had like little fat heads of the finalists and stuff, and I didn't win. I just got to the finalists, but I felt like they were really proud, and they were all dressed up, and like even the boys had like their kilts on and stuff. What would what story do you want your kids to tell?
Well, so you've got the lake house and you have a family place, right?
In memories, yes.
And the memories of
Yeah.
the good times, and not the business mom,
Yeah, no, that's
right? Just the mom, and the fun mom that laughs sometimes. She laughs
one
so
that-
hard
that's the
she
one they
cries,
make
and
fun of.
maybe
Oh,
you know, yeah. Those are the fun times.
Investing in like the experiences and the memories, like they know that about me. Like there's nothing more important, and I cherish the time we do have together hugely.
Yeah.
So that's better. I like your answer better. Can I take it?
Yeah. Do you get another one? I think it's good for both of us. Actually.
It is good. It is good. Well, thank you so much for hanging with me and being on this show. And we can just sit around and drink and pick more cards. Wouldn't it be fun? Can make an evening of that.
Laurette, what you're doing with this Owning Your Legacy is just tremendous.
Oh, thank you.
And what, this is your 6th season?
Yes.
I am so proud of you.
And you and I have been like, such cheerleaders of each other. And more importantly, I think we both pushed each other. I'd say you pushed me more than the other way, but I have a few times. But out of each other's comfort zones. Like that's been one of the benefits of our friendship and Sage and
lifting people, lifting each other up, right?
Well, no, it's not lifting. It's literally kicking the.
Oh, okay. I never felt like I was kicking.
No, you definitely. I have many memories of you can do it. Just do it. And I'm like, all right, Lori's making me do this. Like, but that's great.
It is beautiful.
It is
beautiful what you're sharing and what you're leaving behind. And
thank you.